Good morning. How are we? We have the AreekeerA Oracle card deck. This is the new one, and it comes in this beautiful big box. So it's quite big. And this is the beautiful book which fits inside the box. And these are the cards. Ta-da! Hey Heather! So here we go, shuffling for this week's reading, and we have our first one pop out, which is vigorous. Inner strength brings great energy to thoughts and actions. So that's our number one card for today. And keep shuffling for the week and see what comes. Okay. Hey Anne. Okay, here we go. AreekeerA. Oh, looks like we need to be doing some study or teaching this week. And powerful. It's so, oh, look at that. Okay, here we go. So the first card is vigorous, which is you have inner strength brings great energy to thoughts and actions. So that's in the physical body. So you're going to have to dig deep into your inner strength this week. Hi, Julie. The next card is powerful. Hey, Jason. So good to see you. Display great strength of character. So that's in the emotional body. So with those two cards together, looks like there might be a bit of stuff going on this week that you have to dig deep and look into your inner resources. And then for the mental body, we have academic, which is all about relating to education matters. So that is about learning or about teaching. So as it's in the mental area, I'm suggesting that this week it's all about learning. Hey, Nina. Okay, now for the auric body, and you know how much I love that body, we have the natural card. And this card is to be to be natural is to be neither artificial nor man-made. And as I've been doing these readings this year, that card always says to me it's so important to be your authentic self, be you. And so that's in your auric body. So that's what you beam out to the world. It's as clear as anything that that's what you need to do. And in your energy body, we have the pure card, which is free from corruption and evil. So what that's saying to me is that it's also about your core values. It's about keeping yourself in the pure energy of you. It's all about, you know, staying true to you, staying true to the purity of your connection with Source. And interestingly, this runs on. In the spiritual body, we have the psychological card, which is being influenced by your emotions. So it all fits that you're being that this is an emotional week coming up. You're going to have to dig into your inner strength. You're going to have to call forth your personal power. You're going to have to learn something, but just be yourself and it will all come together. It's a really relevant card, isn't it, for what's going on in the world today. You can manage your emotions because, look at this last card, you are being blessed with courage, intuition, hope, faith, and trust. So that's in the etheric body. So I think that is a really good reading for the week. Be yourself. You're being given resources to help manage the emotion that's going to come up this week. Yes, it is about learning, but the outcome is so beautiful. Look at that. You're being blessed. You can do this. Okay, so how we go now is somebody gets to choose. Hi, Annalyn. Which one do you want me to read out? So we have vigorous, powerful, academic, natural, pure, psychological, which is being influenced by your emotions, and blessed. So the first person to tell me which card you want me to read, I will read out of the book. So we have vigorous, powerful, academic, natural, pure, psychological, and blessed. I was waiting to see if you would do... Oh, and Heather as well. So we are reading the blessed card. I thought of you immediately, Jason, when I saw that card. Okay, blessed. Here we go. Oh, and Julie Roberts, thank you. Everyone wants this card. So just as the sun is always shining, regardless of what crosses the path between you and it, you always have the gifts of courage, strength, intuition, hope, faith, and trust to call upon and use, even when you feel they have disappeared. Neither the sun nor God withdraw their heat or benevolence, even though at times you may turn your back on them. Turn and face the divine sun today and experience your birthright and all that is blessed. Be filled with divine blessing. There is a blessing in all situations. If life is difficult for you right now, instead of focusing on all the challenges, locate the blessing. Hold fast to your dreams. They are the key to maintaining your hope and faith. Trust your intuition. Be grateful for all you are blessed with. And even the things that you feel are bad, there is a blessing to be gained from it. Find it and anchor that into your memory rather than the negative emotions that insidiously arise. Your body will be grateful if you can do this. So the exercise for this card is tomorrow. Arise before dawn and watch the sunrise in the morning sky. Feel the wonder and awe which, the light brings into your heart. Awe, that's AWE, heals the body, heart and soul. Fill yourself up with awe and feel the blessing regard of God. So that's a pretty amazing card. And that's what I do I don't get up and watch the sunrise every day, but I do look out my window and I look at the light and I look at the flowers and I am filled with awe. And it certainly does make a difference in your day. So I'm going to put the cards randomly back. You're welcome, Heather, into the deck. And then if anyone wants me to do a little reading, just ask me your question and I will choose a card or it will choose you. Because as you know, if you pop into these weekly readings, one will often just jump out of the deck for you. So these cards arrived in Australia last week and I picked them. You're welcome, Jason. So if you want me to answer a question, let me know. These cards arrived in Australia last week. I picked them up on Thursday. You're welcome, Julie. And they are now available for sale if you didn't get a pre-launch set. And you can go to AreekeerA, AreekeerA.com facebook.com/oracle and you can get a set there. I've actually put 7 cards up with all of the info from the book, the exercise, and a little bit of extra instruction that I have added in. I've called that additional information. So if anyone would like a reading, just ask me your question and I will pull a card for you. And the other exciting news is I am starting to train facilitators. How are these different to your other deck, Heather? They are exactly the same images. Same images, they've just been rebranded and the color is more vital. They're smaller and they're easier to use. So I can shuffle them. I've put the other deck away. I'll show you actually. So this was the other deck. So they were really large and difficult to shuffle. And that's the difference in size. So they're not that much. They're about an inch smaller from the top, and let's have a look, like that. So that's the difference in size. They have the beautiful white around the edge and more color on the sides. And what else? I think that's all. And obviously they've gone from white on the back to that beautiful branding on the back. So apart from that, Heather, they are exactly the same as the other deck. Oops, a card just fell out. So let's have a look and see. The real card. So it says, what you see, feel or touch and your imagination is real. So everything is real. So just because you think something and you're setting intentions, or it's real to you and it's connecting in with the threads of the universe. And so that is going to be important for somebody. They feel lighter. Heather, they are. They're just amazing. They have a completely different feel, as in the others felt good. These feel amazing, and I love working with them. And I don't know if it's the gold on the back, which makes them really beautiful, whether it's having the symbol, the AreekeerA symbol, which draws down the AreekeerA vibration. They really feel like they've got strong vibration emanating from them, and they're beautiful to shuffle. They feel really smooth, and you can hear that shuffle. So if anyone would like a reading, let me know and I will draw a card and give you a little message. And whoops, we just had another card drop out. Jason, what do I need to know from Spirit about the impasse between myself and my friend? I'm going to draw another card, Jason, but this one dropped out just as you sent that. It's the senses card, and it says heighten your senses to be at one with all that is. So that's really interesting. So I'm just going to leave that one down there. So what do I need to know from Spirit about the impasse between myself and my friend Ricky? Okay, let's have a look. Okay. We have a few cards have fallen out there. Okay. Okay, so Jason, it says you are deeply emotionally affected by your situation. So, Okay, this is so good, Jason. You need to be present in your body. So this is the in the flesh. So you need to bring yourself back down into your body. Even though you're deeply emotionally affected, you need to come back into your body. And look at this. Blissful. Joy and happiness sizzle bringing blissful abandonment. So what that's saying to me is that popped out just as you asked the message. So heighten your senses. By bringing yourself back into your body, Jason, you actually are going to be grounded. And by being grounded, that's going to really help you process the emotion. So the outcome is going to be beautiful, blissful. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to teach, when we are deeply emotionally affected by a situation, that increases our stress levels. And I'm going to use this as an opportunity to teach one of the conquer anxiety or conquer stress. It's on the Brainwaves app with the Unexplainable Store, but I'm going to teach it to you who are watching this. So in here, the thymus gland sits, and it's the forgotten gland. And what that gland does is it will release a hormone that looks like a Pac-Man, which is like that. Stress is just a bit of a blobby thing that we'll call this stress. That Pac-Man eats that stress. So how do we get that hormone to be released? Thanks for all the love. How do we get that hormone to be released from the thymus gland deliberately? And here's how. You put your hand on your thymus gland like that. It's the worry and concern that we add to a situation that is going to be causing us the problem. So we go like this, put our hand on there, and we say out loud, hey Kat, hey Tina, and we say, I don't have to do that anymore. And I'll get you guys to say it. And say it again. I don't have to do that anymore. And really convince me, really convince yourself, I don't have to do that anymore. And you will feel, when you have activated that hormone to be released, that's this little tricker, you will feel warmth flooding across your chest, or you'll get that rush of tingles through you. But generally it's a warmth. That takes 2 minutes to travel through your system, because the liver cleans the blood every 2 minutes. So what's happening is you now have this in your bloodstream. It's eating the stress, the worry, the anxiety, the whatever is deeply affecting you right now. You're welcome, Heather. So when it gets down to your feet, and it will get down to your feet, just imagine that it's actually continuing down through the floor, through the earth, to the center of the earth. The earth knows what to do with this. And when the 2 minutes is up, you actually will feel like whatever was causing that stress and anxiety has pushed out. And you feel like you have space. In that space, what's happened is you've become fully present in your body, which is the cards that fell out for Jason, and you actually start to feel the bliss. So these are perfect cards to fall out. And so then what happens is you have more clarity. And without that intensity crowding in on you, you actually can make clearer decisions. Hey Shay. So that is that little reading. I hope that was really helpful for everyone, and thank you so much for asking that question, Jason. So does anybody else want to have a little quick reading? I use these readings also as an opportunity to teach, and you've probably gathered that I love to teach. So I'm just going to start shuffling. If you have a question, let me know. Kat, I hope you are feeling much better, lovely. Yeah, Kat, what would you like? What's your question? I knew that you had a question. I could feel you. Just write a little question there and I will do one for you. I had the great privilege of staying with Kat. Thanks, new knee. So we want to talk about the new knee. What's happening? Okay, so Kat got a new knee, so let's have a look and see what message we have for her. Whoa, there we go. See, I wait. Oh, Kat, darling, you got the divine card. Ha! You have the divine card. Be in the presence of God moment to moment. So what that's saying to me is how best to heal and resume my normal life without rushing things. Use this time to reconnect with... Wow, Julie, just tried it. Extremely accurate, by the way. Oh, that's awesome, Jason. So, Kat, this is my intuition, because I know you have that beautiful, beautiful property there, and I know you're an artist and you do amazing stuff. This is your time. I really feel that you need to have some quiet time, reconnect with nature, reconnect with source, reading, meditating, gently. I've got this feeling right in my gut here that this healing is going to be amazing. You will feel like $1 million when you're through this next few weeks. It's not going to be a long time. Next few weeks, and you will feel that every day your knee is getting better and better. And okay, what I am getting is... Okay, so I'm going to use this as another moment to heal, to do some teaching. So Kat's just had surgery. So this is for everyone who's had surgery. So what happens when we have surgery is we are cut and nerves get cut. So what happens is, so we're going to see these as nerves. So Kat, this is homework for you, love. I want you to imagine that all the nerves I want you to imagine your nerves, and I want you to imagine that you're putting, now see that yellow there on my wall? That's the color that I want you to use. And I want you to put like some, imagine putting copper wire in and joining the nerves up. And the reason I use copper wire, and that's probably why I'm using orange, because copper is orange, is because it conducts electricity. So what we want is we want those nerves to be conducting whatever it is that we want. So every day, Kat, I want you to join all your nerves back up. And then when you've done that, I want you to use this color green. Isn't it interesting how I have all the right colors? That color green is emerald green. Every time you do some healing, you fill it with emerald green light at the end. Those of you who've worked with me will know that. And then bright white light. So what we want is for all the nerves to be joined back up. And that's going to reduce that numb feeling that you've probably got in that area. That's super, Kat. Now the other thing that's going to happen when you've had knee surgery, it's going to be swollen. So there is going to be some swelling. So what we want to do, and I've got it in, I'm not sure if you've got my book, but in this book there is a technique that I call my Dr. Zhivago syringe. Okay, and I'll tell you what page it's on for those that have my book. Actually, it's called Fluid Retention, but it's on page 177, and yes, I do call it the Dr. Zhivago syringe. So here's what you do, is you put your hands on your knee, and where the swelling is, if there's any swelling, you imagine putting that syringe in and drawing the fluid out, and then pulling it out and putting it in a black box. Put another one in, draw the syringe back, and you keep doing that until there is no fluid coming into the syringe chamber. Once you've done that, you flood it with emerald green light again and the bright white light, and that takes about 15 to 20 minutes. I don't understand how this works, but I do know that what happens is the lymphatic system is activated somehow and the fluid drains away. And when there's not the fluid, there's not the pressure, and the pain reduces. Now, another thing that you can do is, see this color blue? That's the color I use for pain. So that color there works like an anesthetic. So you might want to, if you have any pain, use that for the anesthetic effect first. And I've got all these colors. See that red? No, that's the wrong red. Okay, so see that? No, that looks orange as well. It's actually a blue red. So in reality, that looks like a blue base red. So that color blue there and that color red is what you use if you have pain. So there's some little tips there that you can use over the coming weeks, Kat. I hope that was helpful. So there we go. And fill yourself with the divine being. Fill yourself with source energy, and, you know, rest and relax. And it's all about you for the next few weeks. I hope that was helpful. And thank you for asking that question. So, okay, does anybody else have a question? And where are we? I'll probably answer one more question and then I'll have to go and do some work. So I hope this has been really beneficial for everyone. And yes, you can order these cards, and yes, thank you, Heather, for asking if they were different to the other ones. Yes, they feel different, and the whole, so helpful, thank you. Where do I order your book? Okay, Kat, if you go to the AreekeerA website, AreekeerA.com, that's where you will find the book straight up, and then up the top it will have Oracle. You click on Oracle and you can order the Oracle card deck there as well. And yeah, so there we go. If anyone else would like a copy, no, I didn't mean that. If anyone else would like a little reading, let me know. And having a difficult time. Okay, so Julie needs some help. Okay, so let's see what we can do for Julie. Oh, here we go. The energy card. An abundance of energy to live your life purpose. So, Julie, it feels to me that you are... you actually need that energy. So I would draw on the universal energy. So, okay, so what can I say for you, for your mum's dementia? Okay, so here's what I'm getting. Julie, you actually, as much as you are being called upon in many directions, you need to put yourself first so that you refill your vehicle. That's refill this vessel with divine energy, source energy, universal energy. So if you don't take care of you first, as in giving yourself 20 minutes, half an hour, and I've got a tear running down my face, so this is important, then you won't be able to help anyone. So it's really important for you to actually look after you first. And I hope you were on the call or on the video earlier where I did the anxiety, worry and concern. I would be doing that every day, Julie, just to clear your blood of any stress that's floating around and do something for you. And it's important that you do that. Refill you every day. And what happens is everything else gets pushed out so that you've got this bubble of serenity around you, and that's going to make it much easier for you to manage your mum's dementia. I hope that was helpful. And that is me for this week. So I hope you found the learning and the readings really helpful, and I will catch you next week. And I look forward to sharing with you again next week. And have a super week, and I'll catch you later. Bye.